everybody. My name is Ito, and thank you for your extended wait for the time it took to actually get started on the second match, but we are finally happy, or I am finally happy, I don't know why I say we, it's a one-man operation. I'm finally happy to bring you Valor Uprise versus Savage, and we're getting this thing started with a nice little knife round to decide sides, and honestly, this is going to be a very interesting game to me. Savage is the core of the 46 and 2 team merged with the team of Peaker's Advantage, excuse me. And Peaker's Advantage was an ex-MDL team, but 46 and 2 are a relatively new team that were making a come up from ESEA Open and actually managed to place second. Had a pretty stacked roster. They're basically smurfing in it, to be totally honest. But well, they're ready to go ahead and bring the show to advance. They got off to a really good start. Won their first match yesterday, I believe it was, or a couple days back. And Newbage, thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate it. Oh, what a nice flash show. Unfortunately, Stealthy, another player I want to mention, just immediately domes Zinski. He's a player that I am interested in. I've seen him on a couple of teams, and New as well as a player that I'm super interested in. So lots of potential targets to keep an eye on here, but right now it seems that Valor Uprise are really running away with this one. Semphis does get a consolation frag for his trouble, but overall Valor Uprise have been really running away with this round so far, and it's not really changing as Laxify finds the second one onto Secret Agent and makes it a double for the round. Very good start for Valor Uprise on Inferno. They didn't win the knife round, but they win the first pistol, which is arguably more important. Off to a very good start. Laxify steals away 2 kills. New is the only person on his team to not get a kill. We're so close to Team Ace, but it was thrown away from us at the last moment. And Valor Uprise, they're going to have a very healthy buy here. Lots of MAC-10, or excuse me, lots of rifles, a MAC-10 and a UMP as well. Meanwhile, Savage, you're kind of scraping together everything you can, and they're kind of just doing that in the form of P250s, a couple of upgrade pistols, and a surprising amount of utility as well. They scrounged together smoke, I think 4 smokes across the table, and then 5 flashbangs, I believe it was. So they're really banking a lot on this utility being their key to winning the round, and not off to the best start, to be totally honest. If we can get this first kill, though, that would be huge. Doesn't seem to be on the table, however. Secret Agent dancing around the smoke over at Archside is just taking a couple of pot shots, but isn't able to put together anything. Cutler is sitting in pit at the moment, and Semphis is sitting on site to keep his teammates safe. Insky is going to strike first blood, though, taking down Stealthy, getting revenge for that kill that Stealthy got on Insky last round. And rotates will happen quickly from the CT side as a result, and this is a perfect read on the scenario. Cam, interesting off position, catches out Semphis. But now his next challenge comes in the form of Cutler, waiting in pit. Secret Agent strikes back with a pistol kill as well, and this is looking worse and worse for Savage at the moment. It's going to be up to Secret Agent really to piece this round together for his team, because they are striking back in a good fashion here. Secret Agent dancing through the smoke, and a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, the death it goes. Valor Uprise all the way. They put together 2. And New gets his kills on the board that he needed. 2 for him. And they managed to weather the storm that Savage brought to the table. But they're not done yet, Savage. Even though they're going to be stuck on Eco again, they're going to be bringing nades this time around. No more HEs. No more flashes. Just a couple of HEs, and hope for a little bit of damage down towards Banana right now. It's relatively common strat, but it seems to work, as you can tell right here. Cam goes down to 18, so he's hurting. Savage have otherwise decided to stack the CT, or excuse me, stack the B bomb site. But they seem to want to push into it anyway, or at least they're having thoughts of it. Laxify is going to pick up the bomb, while 3 members of Valor Uprise are there all together. I'm surprised there isn't a little more of a scouting play. They're going to be trying to wrap through CT. Secret Agent will win that duel, though. Not the second one, though. Stealthy will come out on top of that one. But it's hiding behind smoke. How has Semphis not been spotted? He's going to get a free couple of shots onto New, but it isn't able to convert into a kill. Stealthy struggles to get the kills that he needs, and is this going to be a near theft of a round? It's going to be Laxify left into a 1-on-3. He makes it into a 1-on-1, so It's a very doable task for both sides here, to be totally honest, but I think it does have to favor Laxify at the moment. He does get the bomb down. Cutler is now playing against time. He doesn't have a kit in his hand, so he's going to have to go for that full 10-second defuse. I don't believe there was any kit invested whatsoever. There wasn't much money in general really being invested from Savage, so if they can somehow steal away this round, that would be massive. Doesn't seem to be on the cards, though. Laxify really does have a step up on Cutler here, and again, time is not in Cutler's favor whatsoever. He might just be a little more content trying to save his gun at the moment, and Laxify could do even better. A 1-on-3 win against the pistols that brought his team to the knees. Laxify won't bend his knee and chooses instead to win that round. 1-on-3 is a pretty fantastic sight to behold, even if it was on an eco. Savage, because they've had two very plentiful rounds while on pistols, their guns are going to look a lot better for round number 4. Semphis going to try to peek aggressively over towards mid, take a fight with Stealthy, or not. It's indeed a nade that actually is the first point of contact. Tags Cam and Stealthy down to 44 each. Savage have dedicated 3 players over towards A, interestingly enough. Valens, Cutler, and Semphis. Meanwhile, Secret Agent and Nitsky, they hold down B together. But Valor Uprise, they're bringing the fight to Savage at the moment. Arius, oh, just strikes back and take care of Valens. Unfortunately, Valens couldn't be seen through the smoke there. That one-off position ends up bearing some fruit, though. Semphis gets a kill. He needs to now start back up. Needs to start to back up because he is going to get punished if he stays here much longer, as he will learn the hard way. Rotates need to now desperately come in from Savage because the T's have started to overrun the site, but they might not dedicate to it. New, hiding in Banana, has heard so much information, allowing Stealthy to just come on through and keep the bomb as well in his team's grasp. Now, they've completely fell for it, Savage. The rotates are going to happen late. Insky, unfortunately, already rotated over, and it's going to have to really make his way into a sneaky position because now this belongs to Valor Uprise. Bomb gets planted. It's a 4-on-3, very tough situation for Savage to be in at the moment here. Again, there's only one kit to speak of, and that's on Secret Agent. Cutler isn't even bothering to go for this retake. It seems that they just want to go for exits more than anything. Insky's most likely going to be the only one to strike blood. Secret Agent is playing a lot more passive, but I'm a little bit worried for Insky. Is he going to try to pull off a fake like they actually are going for this retake? Because now would be a very late time to strike. But Insky doesn't care. He's just going to go ahead and try to maul 3 members of Valor Uprise. He isn't able to make it 4. Laxify, he's still holding down the bomb site all by his lonesome. But that's so much damage from Savage. They bled 4 players of Valor Uprise, and they, very well could have gotten another. They could have completely wiped the team of Valor. Sure, they steal the round away, but it's not without its asterisks. So much money now needs to be spent for this rebuy that, if Savage do manage to win this round in a convincing fashion, Valor Uprise could be in a sticky situation for the next. Still will most likely be in their favor, no matter how you try to slice it. The heroics of Insky don't seem to pay off in the end. It's an bittersweet feeling to drop around in that fashion. Insky takes a little more damage, down to 73. Not that it matters too much. He's within one-shot range of every gun anyway, even if he were full. So just because of that, seems like he wants to go for something a little more aggressive. Boosted on top of half wall, spots a little bit of information, but will choose to back. Banana doesn't exactly favor either team at the moment. New is holding down the line, but the rest of his team is pushing over towards the opposing site. A seems to want to be their final destination. Stealthy drops a bomb, so he can try to entry in with the AWP. Wants to do his best impression of Kenny S. Valens sneaking around the smoke. He hasn't had the best luck of this in the past, and he realizes it as well. Just going to go ahead and choose to play a little more passive. Cutler and Semphis are waiting on the site respectively. But again, they might just be going for this secondary fake once more. The rotates happen from Secret Agent, but he's going to soon want to double back. Kaczynski is going to be in for a nightmare. And a very unwelcome surprise. Secret Agent realizes maybe it's a bit too early to commit. It's still going to be a 2-on-5. Should heavily favor Valor Uprising at the moment, but Secret Agent has something to say about it. Unfortunately, it's no more than a quiet gasp as he falls. 4-0, soon to be 5-0 at this rate here. Valor Uprise, they strike late in the round, and they get exactly what they need. They float like a butterfly, but are stinging like one hell of a bee at the moment. A killer bee. We're bringing animals into this one, apparently. Semphis is going to be all left to his own devices. 1-on-2, just going to choose to save the AWP for the time being. Valor Uprise have had a really, good start so far. Both times they faked the B bomb site, it's worked perfectly. The defense of 2 members of Savage just isn't quite enough. Surely at one point, Valor Uprise are going to choose maybe not to double back on B. But Savage still go winless at the moment. Searching for the ever-elusive first round. Valor Uprise, I forgot to look at their history, but I'm not sure if they won or lost their first match. I want to say it was a win. Like 16-8 or something of the sort. Right now, Savage feels like they've met their match at the moment. At least haven't had a good read on the scenario. There's still plenty of Counter-Strike to get played, or to be played, don't get me wrong. But right now it's looking very promising for Valor. The money isn't exactly strong for Savage. And if they, fall again, it's not going to be much better. Secret Agent stuck on Scraps, MP9 in his grasp. Plenty of utility to speak of, though, so maybe he can make some lemonade out of the lemons that he's given. And Semphis does exactly that. AWP finds Arius over on the A site. But Valor Uprise, they're no strangers to faking this A bomb site and then pretending to go B. This time, though, they might switch it up entirely. They don't have the bomb whatsoever in their grasp. It will be up to Stealthy to go ahead and retrieve it, but not without a character falling in the midst of it. Chem out of the picture. Laxify luckily trades out, avenges his teammate, but still heavily in favor of Savage at the moment. 4 versus 3. It's going to basically require Valor Uprise to go as one unit to his site. Maybe they can justify having Laxify stay alone at the A bomb site. It worked out pretty well for him last time. But these kills are going to need to happen quickly from Valor. 20 seconds left to make this execute happen. It's not an impossible task, but it's not exactly the easiest one by any means either, and they're starting to realize that. New falls. Thanks to the spam of Secret Agent. Good spray from Insky. Secondary kill. He barely avoids that Molotov as well. Stealthy! He picks up 1. He's dancing, but he isn't able to do the tango to take down Semphis, nor get the bomb down. Time ended up being his enemy, and it leads to him having a very, very poor economy for this coming round here. $400 to his name. He could barely buy anything with that. He's just going to choose to go for double flashbangs, give his team a little bit of a fighting chance that he won't. Flashes in, Cam leads the charge, Tech9 and Stowe. And it might work out for Savage here. Unfortunately, they stopped this train and it ends up getting derailed. Insky finds 2. Valent steals 1 as well. The IGL gets in on some of the action. It's a 2 versus 5. Valor Uprise. This push falls flat on its face as they're now left stumbling, bomb down, trying to figure out what to do. This was an eco. They didn't have very high chances of winning it in the first place. But losing 3 guns immediately is not exactly a promising figure either. Arius looks like he wants to try to entry in with the Galil that he has in his hands. That was the most they've invested on a player. It's with not the strongest rifle. Maybe he can find 1 player though. Maybe it's good for a single death. Insky holding down with a MP9, excuse me, just quickly cleans up the remains. And Savage go up on 2. So this is kind of what I was saying. Is if Savage win that round, previous to this one. They kind of destroy the money of Valor Uprise for one more round. Now, I mean, that wound has healed. Valor Uprise, sure, they have to eco one more time here, but they're going to be able to buy something very healthy this coming one. I really think the straw that broke the camel's back was Stealthy going down after time, and he had an AWP. That just hurts. Valor are playing this significantly more aggressive than they usually would, or hell, even should, and they get punished very quickly for it. Mew makes one fall and actually somehow gets a second. Why doesn't my Tech 9 do that? That's absurd. He's able to take down Secret Agent as well, and they've sieged a B bomb site as a result, get bombed down as well. So even if they lose out from here, this is just going to give them even more money to line their pockets with. But they're searching to not only, win the economy game, but win the round in general. Stealthy has an M4. Usually an AWP is his forte, but I'll take what you can get, I suppose. 2 kits to work with here. The retake begins. Valens will go ahead and be the first one to lead the charge. Takes down Laxify. Oh, Arius is full blind, has nothing left to do. Stealthy loses the gunfight as well, and it's a flawless retake from Savage. Thank God for buying kits as well. If they didn't have a kit, that could have been a completely different story, but the utility usage is perfect, and it leads to Savage getting a free round on the board. That being said, though, Valor Uprise, they really did super well for the situation that they were given. I mean, pretty much on all full pistols, had an okay amount of utility. Valor Uprise did wonders with that. Got bombed down, and because of that, I mean, they get tons of Kriegs, tons of AKs, and more utility than you would know what to do with, even on Inferno. Oh my God, Valens and Secret Agent, they're doing so much damage as they're going down banana. They get a frag, but that's over at the opposing bomb site. Valens and Secret Agent now need to step up to the plate, but they're having a hard time. Instead, the only plate they're getting on is the one they're sitting on as they're getting eaten up. Eventually, trades fall in favor of Valor Uprise, a 2-on-1, Insky alone. And look, if the chat believes in him, oh my God, can I speak, please? Believes in him nearly as much as I do, he's going to be able to come out on top. I wish I could talk. Jeez, I'm stumbling over my words a lot. Just like Savage have been stumbling over these past couple of picks. 1-on-2, bomb down. A little bit of utility. Tazix. Now that Insky knows there's a kiss on the line, surely he's going to try to do his best to win this duel, but he's not ready for the double commit. He brings the knife to the gunfight, and it leads to his demise. Yeah, Tazix. No, what? No, I was saying he brought his knife to the gunfight, you goober. He wasn't expecting a double commit, and ends up that, that's the kind of thing you gotta expect. Well played by Valor Uprise. Triple Kriegs works out. They do bleed quite a few players for, and because of that, they aren't able to get any more Kriegs because of that price increase. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world, because Valor Uprise, they're able to work pretty well with what they got. Valens, oh, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, but he's somehow going to break the stone. Cam, he gets a trade frag, turns around at just the wrong time, and he's looking all the wrong places at all the wrong times. Semphis is next up on the chopping block. Slices off the dome of Arius. Cutler gets one. A couple of body shots to the inevitable death. Mew falls next. Clean round for for Savage. They make it 4. Only dropping 1 gun in the midst of it, and that was Valens who nearly found a double, so I mean, even he was lethal. And he was stuck on a UMP. Out in the middle of no man's land. Now Valor Uprise again, their money is just kind of shattered at the moment. It looks really, really rough. Ooh, I saw that, Insky. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let me see that aggressive peek, Insky. Come on. Do what I know you can do. Okay, there we are. Gets that first one on the eco. He's off to a pretty good start. He's feeling hot. He's feeling toasty at the moment, and how could he blame him? He gets a double. Eco round is looking pretty clean for Insky at the moment, but he's ready for the next challenge in Laxify. Yes, he is. It takes a couple of shots for him to get his composure together, but he recovers, gets 3 before he falls. A Titan falls, but another one steps up. Semphis gets one with his AWP, and Valens one with his MP9. My cat is meowing so damn loud right now, it's driving me absolutely crazy. Vivian, can you stop, please? Oh my goodness. Anyway, 5-6. It's all about even on Savage side at the moment. Trying to think of what Valor Uprise are going to do. I mean, I think if they were to just go for that double fake, but they, pretend to go A and then just actually go B, if they do it late in the round, it seems to have a really good success rate. But Stealthy, he's already bleeding internally, and there's still over 1:30 left on the clock. So he's going to be a little bit of a liability for his team, especially since they have MP9s and M4s on Savage's side. That puts him within one-shot range of both of those. Now, Valor Uprise will bring things to a halt for the time being. They have 2 players situated low banana, couple of apartments as well, so they have a decent amount of map control. Look to take top banana as well, and that would even add, that would just practically add to their collection. New seizes it all to him's. AWP has rotated over in Sempis, and as you see, Valence has actually made his way over towards A instead, so traded with Sempis. Mew looking behind the smoke right now, trying to spot a player. Banana. Hell yeah, brother. Bomb. And it looks like, yeah, Valor Uprise are going for their old tried, true, and tested. Has a good success rate. How can you blame them? Secret agent. He's going to be first up. That flashbang, though, he flashes himself. Thank God the Molotov does all the work. One nade misses. Another one is quite perfect. Arius, he was stuck in an impossible situation. The fact they even got a single kill out of that is pretty good. And they retrieve a Krieg, so it's all looking up for Savage as we enter the last part of this half. Valor Uprise, if they can cause a little more damage on this Eco round, even if they don't win it, I mean, they still could put together an 8-7 half if they get a good gun round after the fact. So things are looking up. Valor Uprise are putting together a pretty strong T half at the moment, but money hasn't exactly been in their favor. Aggressive play. Cam, no luck for you this time around with the Tech 9. That's the Ito Tech 9 right there. That's basically what happens every time I pick up that damn pistol. Laxify and Arius. Try to search for peaks here, but it's aggressive Insky. That's the flavor of the day. He is just hunting these eco frags at the moment. He wants another one to add to his collection, and he does it. A 4K for the round. The young prodigy, the 19-9 man himself. Chat gave him his energy, and, well, hey, that's exactly why you do that. Now, surely Valor aren't going to go ahead and just try to buy up everything they possibly can here. Indeed, they are. Stealthy will have that trusty AWP in his hand. Otherwise, Kriegs, AKs, all the works. Aggressive Molotov through. Sempis wants to actually peek behind this. He actually gets a pick over an alt mid. That's huge. Makes it a 4 versus 5. And really, at this point, that's exactly what Savage need to break Valor. Not only their economy, but their hopes and dreams. It feels like Cutler will get a second one in the round. Oh, but a nice response from Stealthy through the smoke. Takes down Valence. Valence has had, seriously, just such a poor luck of the draw recently, it feels like. Cutler wants to test his luck, though. He pushes aggressively into apartments. Don't play around that smoke, though, because Ares will take your head right off. Cutler has to look at the right place at the right time, and unfortunately, it's all the wrong places. The push begins from Valor Uprise here, as they seem to have one player wanting to wrap through CT. Hopefully, Sempis will be wise to it. He's a vet, but not even this vet can satisfy the worry. Valor Uprise. They're trying to push into the A site, but they're not getting anything going here. Laxify is going to find a single frag onto Sempis, who's coming through CT. That's the up or down, but they can easily retrieve that. Not that money's really an issue. All of them have pretty deep pockets. Gonna be made even deeper. 8 on the board for Savage. They are really searching for this 9th, and they're on a good track to do it. Valor Uprise, it's not going to be the worst buy in the world, but they're going to have to sacrifice AKs if they want to really, get some of the utility that they want. It's worked out well in their favor. What change is needed if things aren't broken? Insky at 21-9. Pretty great game from him so far. He brought a lot of pressure to the table, and it's the same story for Valor Uprise. Really, when they're starting to push, it seems like that's when they're at their best. Stealthy has retrieved his favorite weapon of choice here, and unfortunately, he loses it just as quickly. 3-on-3. It does favor Valor Uprise at the moment because they are able to get onto the site in relative safety. Get that bomb down. Post-plant begins. Who does it favor? It's kind of hard to really tell at the moment. They have 2 kits, Savage. Healthy amount of utility. Not exactly something I can mirror for Valor Uprise either. Coming in from both angles, the TTs will begin their execute onto the site here. It's even so far. Secret Agent just gets one jumping. Cam is stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment, and the rock wins. Valens takes him down with the AWP. He's had a rough half, but doesn't matter too much if your team's coming out on top. That's a completely different question. 6-9 at the half in favor of Savage. I mean, considering Valor Uprise got off to a really hot start, they were up 0-5, I believe, at one point. That's a pretty good counter-strike, I suppose, could even say. My cat is being one hell of an annoying cat right now, I swear. But because of that, teams are just going to go ahead, take a second before they hop right back into the action. Savage are looking good, but Valor Uprise, you know, they had a really hot start, but just cooled down considerably. I'm sort of surprised we didn't see them try that fake A, then go B late round sort of execute. It really fooled Savage for the most part. Even the round that it failed wasn't particularly because Savage were wise to it. It was really just because they lost like a lot of the, you know, important gunfights that they needed entering into the site. I don't know. It feels like something they could have abused a little bit more. Definitely a good strat, and definitely not the worst half for Valor Uprise either. I say all this like, you know, they put together 2 rounds. No, it's 6. This is still pretty competitive. Now they're heading on to the more statistically favored side. They still could make one hell of a game out of this. Handling the charge is Insky. 22 kills to his name. He, if he could possibly, wants to add another 5. Valor Uprise, though, they don't want to have that. They don't want that to happen at any cost here. Dedicate 4 players over towards mid. Aggressive take on the cards here. New force it back out of position. Cam has made his presence known over towards mid, and the shots are perfect. Stealthy is able to find one. This aggressive play just might have worked out for Valor. Couple of shots come through, but they're not winning any of these duels that they need to. Valor Uprise are running over them at the moment. Luckily, the trades are coming through relatively decently from Savage, but it's not good enough. Well, what's up, Brock? I got you. Cutler. 1-on-3. Again, very tough situation for him to be in. I don't exactly have the highest hopes, but he has 50 seconds and bomb to work with, so if he could isolate his fights, maybe there could be something to this clutch. But again, it's kind of hard. Valor Uprise have a lot going for them. The only thing they don't have going for them is kit, so time would be an issue, if anything. But this should be a done and dusted deal. Cutler is playing his time wisely. Oh, just peeks at just the wrong time. He wins a duel onto the player in pit and actually gets a follow-up. Hello there, Cutler. Maybe I called it a bit too early. He gets the bomb down. He'll have one final challenge on Laxify. If he can get this shot off, this would be quite the clutch to speak of. And my God, Cutler does it. A 1-on-3. He comes out on top. Keeps Savage in the lead. Unbelievable by Cutler. That is exactly how you want to do it in fashion. Makes it double digits for Savage. What a fantastic play by the vet. Oh, that was gorgeous to watch. That second shot that he hit on the player in Moto was disgusting. The first one, I can understand that. They were just like a little hungry for that pick. But that second one, I mean, what the hell was that, Cutler? I couldn't even do that in a DM server. Whatever. Valor Uprise. They are yet to give up on this. They bought quite a bit of utility, and they are nasty on these Deagles as well, so you can never count them out of this one either. Aggressive smokes come through. Savage begin their fall on the B site, but might just give it up quickly as well. Kaczynski has a bomb in hand. There's no reason for them to dedicate to a site this early on in a round. There's still well over a minute of time to play with. You can force some utility out of Valor's hands, like they are at the moment. The only problem I'm seeing is that Valor have infested this A bomb site and are in relatively aggressive positions over towards mid. Laxify, it's a different story. He's kind of given up balcony control. He still watches for it passively, and New does find the first one. This is what I'm saying by the nasty frags. New, even though he's only able to get a single one before he falls, Laxify is more than ready to step up to the plate. But it's not enough for them to piece together the round, or at least it's not looking likely. Savage looking to go up on 11 right now as they get the bomb down over towards Default, and they're relatively confident. Sempis sprays through the smoke. Wants to finish the job with a Glock, but will choose wisely and go ahead and back off for the time being. Valor Uprise will do the same. They bought up a decent amount into this one. I mean, they forced upgrade pistols. It's kind of hard to justify going for a retake that is really unlikely for you to win, especially since you got a decent amount of damage done. I mean, you got two players with guns out of their hands, and if you can try to avoid pitfalling even more, that would be huge. Cam has full armor. I mean, that's $1,000 for free right there. He might be even able to get another kill. Indeed, he does. Doesn't retrieve the gun, but he takes one out of Savage's hands. So that's promising in of itself. Rip Mac Miller, indeed. It's 11 for Savage, only 5 rounds away from closing this out versus Valor Uprise, but these rounds can be deceiving in a lot of ways. I don't feel like this has been a blowout whatsoever. However, what is this? Insky has a nasty surprise awaiting him. You and Arius double up on top of each other. Oh, excuse me, Selfie on top. I always knew he was the top. Anyway, Valance pushes in over towards mid and picks up 2. Avenges his teammates. Looks to get the third one onto Arius as well. 3 on 2. Valor Upriser. I mean, that was creative what they did. I love that double boost, but unfortunately the follow-up wasn't quite there to deal with the after effects. Cutler will go ahead and quickly clean up the scraps of Arius as well, and Cam is left to his own devices. Again, full armor. And again with a Deeg, but this is what I'm saying about the nasty Deegs. He's no slouch. Takes down Valance, but it's only a Mac 10 to speak of, so I mean, not really anything to write home about. You're going to be able to afford a better buy as well, so I mean, is it really worth chasing? Bomb is planted. It seems Cam actually does want to go for this. I mean, his team is going to be able to fall by into this one. He's not exactly hurting for money. 3150 to his name. If you can add another 600, that'd be nice. My emotes don't work. I see them in my chat, Nubage. Because I see Ito TV loud at the moment. Cam pushes through the smoke. He struggles, but gets Secret Agent at the same time. Cutler, yeah, now he just has to play time. This has become a little bit dangerous. Savage still come out on top, but, I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. Nasty shots from Valor Uprise. These rounds are way closer than it looks. If he got Cutler there, I mean, I'm not sure if he would have time on the bomb, but it could have been one hell of a close call. Thankfully, the danger is avoided. And Savage continue their streak of dominance. 3 rounds in a row, but now their next big challenge lies on this first gun round of the half. Cam sitting close over towards Sandbags, and Arius joining him in the party. Cam tries to take a fight, but luckily gets away with his life. Semphis misses a shot, allowing him to get away for the time being. Very aggressive play early on from Savage. They're trying to fake that they're actually going for this bomb fight. Not exactly sure. On your screen, try refreshing if you haven't already, Nubage, because I see it on my side. I had to refresh, though. And well, that's refreshing to see. Arius gets a kill. Takes down Valance, the big brain behind Savage. He'll now have time to take the coaching side of it, but I mean, hey, that's how Cloud9 won their majors, so I'm scared. 4 on 5, Savage, again, they have no reason to commit to the B-bomb site like that. They actually managed to drag a rotation over from Valor's, excuse me. And the rotate will come soon enough. Sneaky, or stealthy, excuse me, is sneaking his way on back through CT. Contact has not been made on the A-bomb site just yet. Valor have still committed 2 players. But this is most likely going to be Savage's final destination. Good entries from Insky. Finds one, but the trades are perfect from Valor Uprise. And Yu is going massive on the site as well. He finds 2, nearly gets 3rd, but Semphis steals the glory. He's stuck in a 1-on-3. Surely we aren't going to be able to see it again. 6 HP to his name. It's a near impossible task. Cutler, at the very least, had plenty of time. Semphis has almost nothing going for him, excuse me. If he can get a kill after the fact, though, that'd be nice. Spots one. What are you doing, Semphis? Don't peek this one. Don't give up that off. I think he spotted all of them, but I'm not exactly sure. But luckily, Semphis stays alive. Avoids the danger that could have been brought to the table. So he'll keep that sniper. Heading into round number 20. Savage don't exactly have the healthiest buy in the world, though. This is definitely a big chance for Valor Uprise to start lining their pockets a decent amount. This could be potentially huge for them. Stealthy wants to make a highlight reel play, but decides against it when he sees a couple of flashes come through. Every member of Savage has grouped up over towards the top of the banana at the moment. Flash through. Colored. Right behind it, actually double thinks Stealthy. And I mean, they managed to get a gun out of the hand. Not too bad for minimal investment. Now they have 2 AWPs to play with. And oh my god, they're working magic. Finds one onto area, so this is already becoming a very expensive round for Valor Uprise. Even if they clean things out from here, which, my god, with shots like that from New, they're looking primed to do it. It's going to have to be Insky to really step up massively if they want to have a chance of winning this round. It's not looking very likely, but at the very least, Savage have completed a bomb plant. A little bit of money is nice, but not nice enough to win the round. Valor Uprise get that 8th. But they siphon 3 guns in the midst of it. Not the prettiest sight. But it's what they'll have to deal with. Another buy-up comes through from the T side here. Again, that's kind of their reward for getting that bomb down so many times. And Noobage like, hey, I'm glad the refresh worked. Enjoy your emote, and thank you so much again for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Back to the action at hand, though. Aggressive mid-peaks have been not exactly the bread and butter of Valor Uprise, so they try to go for a switch-up. Doesn't exactly yield anything. So they choose to fall back before they lose their life. Taking towards top banana. Eats a healthy amount of HE damage. Oh, hey, man. I'm really happy that I was able to cast something good for you. I love casting Counter-Strike. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. Through. Valor Uprise have started to take this a little more aggressive. Yu is playing super aggressive and anti-flash right now. I'm a little bit worried, but he turns around just the right time. All my worries just dissipated in a single 180. Cutler doesn't get any frags towards B, and Semphis falls just as quickly. Noobage says, of course I watched a lot of DreamHack today. Yeah, man, I feel like... Have you checked HLTV? Because they sometimes have random matches going on. I think there's like some Asian qualifier going on right now. Might also be up your alley. And we see a pause come through. Also interesting of note. Cutler sitting on his team with 20 kills. Insky has been a little bit quieter since the beginning of the second half, but I mean his team got off to a hot start. These past couple 3 rounds though, different story. Only 3 more kills that he's added to his total. And I'm guessing just because of how long this is taking that this is a technical pause. Tactical is usually much shorter than this. Either way, I'm sure it'll be fixed relatively soon. Mostly watch Flom casting today. Oh yeah, I forgot he was casting a lot of the Anaheim qualifiers, I believe it was, right? I didn't actually check the results on those too much, to be honest, but I think Chaos didn't make it, unfortunately. Good luck to them, though. I feel like they have good hope. Yeah, Flom is great, man. Tons of fun to watch. Bintet farming. Yeah, not exactly unexpected. When I knew that Bintet was going to be coming over, I was excited. Complexity? Okay, cool. I'm glad Complexity made it. I wasn't really keeping up with their run whatsoever. They didn't have really that many hard teams other than Riot, I think it was. Did they have to fight Gen G? I'm not sure. Am I in the Obros Club? I think I kind of regret even reading that question out loud. I have no idea, man. 9 to 12. Back into the game, back into the real action, what we're all here for, hopefully. Arius and Cam make their presence known over towards Banana early on here. Just toss it courtesy HE. Hey, thank you so much, Branted. I really appreciate it. Trying to put on the best show I possibly can. A one-man operation. But it's been nothing but a one-man operation for pretty much the entirety of these both of these teams. I mean, look at the kill differential between Valor Uprise right now. They're so close together. I mean, you can't get much more close-knit than that. Everyone is stepping up. It's starting to show these past couple of rounds, and most likely going to be able to get double digits with this one as well. This is a very tall order for Savage to come out on top of. Arius is going to be watching the angle with a Krieg stolen from Savage. And he's just going to bloody not murder them. Hello, what was that? Cutler and Valens just instantly dink down two. And the two men with the big guns end up falling just as quickly as Big. 5 on 3. I didn't think I was going to be saying this in this of all rounds, but this is looking real good for Savage now. Are they seriously going to be able to come out of this one flawlessly? I mean, surely the player over in Mexico is going to fall, but I mean, this is looking... how the hell did Savage come out on top of this one? This is going to put them on 13 off of a round they should have never had a chance of. Valor Uprise, they realize that this was a massive mistake and will just choose to keep those 3 guns that they have, but that's something you definitely want to go back and look at and see how the hell did that happen. Unfortunately, it is not going to be all flawless for Savage. They do drop a player, but I mean, what? That was a Glock that you gave up? A Deagle, maybe? That's incredible that Savage managed to come out on top of that one. Why doesn't that ever work for me in matchmaking? 13 for Savage. They are going to be going to jail for theft because they really stole that one. Unbelievable play by them. Valor Uprise, they still have plenty of shots to do this, don't get me wrong, but they're starting to run out of them. Cam is stuck in sandbags at the moment, but they've committed 3 players. They know that really this is Savage's strong suit. Pushing over towards Banana aggressively, getting that B control. It has been their best bet so far, and if they can commit 3 players, maybe it'd be their best bet. They seem to give up on the challenge relatively quickly, though. They go back to only having 2. Stealthy makes his way back over to the A-bomb site. Savage are set up, though. They're getting ready for this B execute. They're taking their time, though. They're not in really any big rush. They're perfectly content playing this slow for the time being. A minute to work with. And only 2 Valor Uprise members waiting for them. Arius has been put up on top of second oranges right now. It's an off angle. But those rotates need to most likely start happening soon. Because it could lead to disaster. Savage still could fake this if they wanted. Right now, things come to a standstill. Waiting at sound cues, if anything, but it has allowed plenty of time for Stealthy to sneak on over. Through CT he is. Valens, ooh, wants to push through the smoke. Kills are even so far right now, but it swings slightly into the favor of Savage, and they come out on top 3 versus 4. Most likely going to be able to get this bomb down, but they're not done yet, Valor. They most likely will have to attempt this retake, especially if New can get this retake, or excuse me, get this first frag over towards Banana. They have a real shot at doing it, but it's not working out for them. They're trying to get something going, but it's not meant to be, or is it? Stealthy with a nasty shot on Cutler. It's going to put him out of the picture. Maybe they do actually have a decent chance at this one. New pulls a massive with a double one as well. And Valor, how the hell do they win that one? A bomb defuse and a round well earned from Valor. Unbelievable stuff. How do they give that up, Savage? I thought it was Stealthy who was the hero of that round, but my god, it was definitely New. Hey, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support. If I can get the 15 sub points, finally I can get those emotes that are currently behind the $10 and $25 tier unlocked rather. It's just like, for some reason, Twitch like makes it so you have to have a $10 and $25 emote if you're like poor like me. I don't know. It's strange. Anyway. Back to the game at hand here. Cam immediately domes Valens, puts him out of the picture. Rough start for Savage. Valor Uprising are taking this and running. Do I know when the next lane? I think it's February. I think it's late February. Not exactly sure on the date. So pick one Saturday. You're most likely going to be able to get it. 4 versus 5 does not favor Savage whatsoever. They don't exactly have a lot of map control to speak of either. Apartments almost completely belongs to no one, surprisingly. It's completely vacated. They've been closed for renovations. Savage want to go for their tried, true, and tested area, stomping ground of Banana over towards B if they can. But Cam, he's on something at the moment. He's playing super aggressive. Backs off the angle for a second, but has second thoughts about it as the smoke starts coming through. So will the T's right behind it. Arias' first point of contact. A TK actually comes through. Someone had to put Cam out of position here because sure as hell didn't seem to be Savage. They will secure the bomb plant at the very minimum, but it's going to be the 2 vets versus the 3 gunners of Valor. And again, Valor, they've put together one hell of a retake before, as we saw just recently. It's a much easier task for them this time around. But it will all begin on this first frag. Surprisingly, it's actually going to go with the way of Cutler. Are the old vets going to go ahead and ring it one more time in their favor? Indeed they are. Cutler gets one burning alive, and Semphis with a gorgeous spray gets the other one as well. Savage are on 14. Sadokiss is one of my favorite, or used to be one of my favorite casters. Thank you so much, Newbridge. I really love Sadokiss' sense of humor, so I'm glad I can channel his energy partially. I don't know. The support really does mean a lot to me. I'm sorry to disrupt from the cast so much, but it does mean a lot, so thank you. Back to the game at hand. The task at hand. I still think it's so telling how Valor Uprise, I mean, it's ride or die for them. You know, look how closely knit they are. The top fragger has 17, the lowest has 14. Unbelievable. You're more of an Anders fanboy? I agree with you. Anders is fantastic. Dude, CS is absolutely just spoiled when it comes to talent. We have so many good talent. Machine is my favorite personally. Absolute legend. Love that guy. Savage are looking like one hell of a well-oiled machine at the moment. Well, I'm caught off guard by the Laxify. How did he find a double? That was disgusting. I was just pretty much sure that he was just going to be done with it, but he manages to find 2 before he eventually falls, and unfortunately his team won't exactly be able to recreate the magic that he did, as they struggle to find a single kill after the fact. Stealthy, USP, sneaks around, staying true to his name. Impossible situation, so if he can just steal gun away, give his team a little more of a fighting chance, that would most likely be his best bet. Alt mid is clear, and Apartments is as well. But Stealthy has a nasty challenge awaiting him soon that he is not going to be ready for. Wait, did he somehow sneak around Valance? Oh my god, how the hell? Stealthy seriously is living up to his name. What the hell was that? He just Metal Gear Solided the shit out of that. That's unbelievable. Stealthy gets away with an AK. Well, that's something. Nubage, unfortunately, this is the last game of the night. I need to go to the gym after this, and then I have work tomorrow, so I'm staying busy if nothing else, but I really do appreciate you coming in. I will try to host, if there's any other good Counter-Strike games going on at the moment. That way you won't feel starved for content. But I really do appreciate you supporting and coming on by. It means a lot to me. Savage on 15, and again, I don't feel like the scoreline really shows how close this game has been at points. Sure, that last round in particular, it wasn't much of anything, but I mean, before Valor Uprise were really bringing it to Savage. You like to support the little guy? Oh, dude, I really appreciate it. I hope to not be a little guy sometime in the future, but I love everything that I'm doing at the moment. I want to go even bigger, even better. Valor Uprise, they're going bigger and better at the moment with some of these kills that they're getting, but, well, eventually meets its end as Sentis picks up one on cam, but he's kind of bleeding internally. He's not exactly in the healthiest state. It's going to be, again, the two vets to do it all. From a 2-on-4 to a 2-on-3, so a slightly smaller pill for them to swallow, but still bitter tasting. Especially since, again, Semphis isn't exactly healthy. Arius alone at the B-bomb site. If Savage, if only they knew how free B-bomb site would be for them, they could actually have a real good shot at winning this, but it becomes infinitely harder as they try to push in towards A instead. Where Stealthy as well as Laxify are waiting. Laxify is on for an ace at the moment. This would be quite an incredible round from him, keeping his team in this one. Unfortunately, it's not meant to be fully blind. Makes it so Stealthy has to hold down the site himself. Oh, but the scope gives away his position. Are they going to do it again? It's not going to be made easy for him. Stealthy finds one and finds the second one as well. Keeps his team in this game by the skin of their teeth at times. Not too shabby from Valor, and definitely not too shabby from Stealthy either. He's up on 16. Having a very good name and definitely showing up with that AWP. 10 flashes from Semphis' side as well. Interesting to note. He's been really good at setting up for his team. Because think about Laxify, who dropped into pit. He was fully blind. That was thanks to Semphis' flash. I mean, that was huge. Not only does he lift big, but he goes big as well. Sorry, my crosshair is tiny for some reason. There we are. We're good. Yeah, Semphis, honestly, it's kind of an interesting story. I think he just didn't want to take it too seriously. He had a couple of bad performances, but I don't know. I still think Cutler is a much better player than people give credit for. Semphis, I don't know. I watched a couple of Peaker's Advantage games last season. I wasn't too convinced, but he's absolutely massive, and he seems to really be showing up this game and really this season so far. He's been doing well, so maybe it was just an off season for him. Who knows? Because Semphis has sure as hell proven me wrong. Savage. In the time that I went over the history of Semphis, has still not decided to push into his site. They've all grouped up over towards mid. And alt mid, or Insky, all by his lonesome tries to push up towards A, but it really just kind of falls flat on its face, and he's put out of the picture. He's snuffed out. And oh my god, so is Cutler as well. Valens need to make up for this somehow. There's not a lot of time for them to do it, and I think that's it. That's a done and dusted. Valor Uprise are going to be able to win that round. Made even sweeter by the fact that Stealthy is able to pick up 2, and made a little more bitter by the fact that Secret Agent picks up 1. He's going to fall, and I really hope he falls before time here. He's being chased down, and he will die before time, so luckily he won't be put out of money. Savage most definitely will choose to just full save here. There's almost zero reason that you would want to dedicate more than a couple of bucks into this one. I mean, that being said, we also saw how much damage they can cause with just pistols. think back on that round where they just ran into Valor Uprising and just made it a 5 versus 3 and they won. It was so strange to watch that. They didn't even bother going for the retake. And Valor Uprise, they've learned from their mistakes here. They're rotating players early on, and they've set down some welcoming mats and Molotovs. So Savage can't exactly pull off the miraculous round that they did prior. Cutler gets a nice kill. It's a consolation. Insky now has a gun to work with. No players with armor on his team. But it's an even scenario. Definitely still heavily favoring Valor, don't get me wrong. But it becomes a little more palatable. Secret Agent looking to be flashed in by Insky with the only remaining flash on his team. Wait for it. Oh, okay. It looks like Balance. What are you doing? What is he waiting for? What are they waiting for, Savage? I guess they're just really playing time. There we are. There comes the push, and there comes the fall. Secret Agent and Valens both out of it. Cutler still remains lurking up slowly, trying to go for the CT rat, but he isn't able to strike before his teammates fall. And now, oh, it's such a lonely round for Cutler. And such a lonely death falls. Valor Uprise, they're keeping this competitive. It's 13-15 now. One round away from going the full 30, from going the distance. Savage have one more strong buy left in them. It's going to take the shape of 4 AKs and a single Krieg. And it's important to note that Insky has only gotten 5 kills this half so far. He's cooled down very heavily than he was in the first half, but never count Insky out of it. Never count any of these players out of it. They're the ones playing in advance. They're all nutty in their own way. They can show up and they can sure as hell blow up. Early spam through. Banana control C's from Savage. Bomb makes its way top banana as they seem to want to go for a repeat execute. Semphis has a smoke and a flash ready to work with, so is he going to go ahead and pad those flash stats even more? It looks like it. Cam is going to be on the receiving end of things here alongside Arias, and Arias gets a nice tag onto Valens, but he isn't able to confirm it into a kill. Cam just tosses out flashbangs left and right and eventually goes through his own smoke, eats a healthy amount of grenade damage, but he's still in a healthy state to snuff out this push. And well, really, Savage are just stuttering over this round almost as much as I'm stuttering over my words because I can't speak for the fucking life of me. I have not eaten in like 7 hours. And my God, our Valor Uprising eating good right now. They've made it all the way to 30. God, why the fuck can't I speak, dude? That's so frustrating. Anyway, 14-15. This is what I'm talking about. Savage, they were working with scraps after the fact. Now it's even worse. Arias, aggressive, hold. Doesn't amount into anything, but this B setup has been rock solid from Valor. Rotate comes over from New. Or does it? He seems to have second thoughts about it. All quiet on the Western frontier. Potential last push of this match on the cards. It seems to want to be towards B. Feels like Savage are just bashing their head against the wall, hoping to break through. They're not exactly having the easiest task of it. Cutler has sieged mid. Maybe he can make something work with this, but he's all by his lonesome for the time being. It's still a very tough ask. Oh, Insky falls. And it's looking worse and worse now. Arias has his teammate get overrun. 3 versus 4 favors Valor, and they can just split the defense 2-2 if they so wish. It's all on Savage at this point here, but I think we're staring down the barrel of overtime at the moment. Valor Uprise have finally gotten their things together, have packed their bags. They're done with regulation. They're taking it to overtime, are they? Valens, I thought you're done. How did he get that no-scope? If he gets the second one on the player through CT, maybe they do have a shot. I thought it was just completely over. How the hell does Valens hit that no-scope? That's disgusting. He has one button on his mouse, and Secret Agent, unfortunately, also has one. Valens is going to need to go massive here, but I don't think he has a real shot at it. It's no Stewie 2K. He ends up burning alive. It's more of a 1G than a 2K. Valor Uprise force it to overtime. How the hell have they done that? Unbelievable. 1 second, please. Here we are. Okay, well, yeah, small break before we head back into things. Magical number to look for is 19 for either team. And if it gets tied up 18-18, then we're going to double overtime. And, you know, hopefully we don't get to double overtime. I am hungry and I want to eat. But, I mean, so far it's... I mean, Savage, what was their start on this half? I think it was something like 13-9 at one point. They seriously started getting their stuff together. Valor Uprise, once they took that pause, seriously just looked like a completely different team. A lot of that was on you, in my opinion. Stealthy also had some incredible moments, and Savage just didn't know how to deal with it, apparently. The gods came down and gave me OT. Yeah, I know, Nubage. You're just really wanting to watch some more Counter-Strike. How can I blame you? As all the players ready up. Just no donate button. No, I just figured no one would watch and actually want to donate, to be honest. But I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Small break before heading back into the action. I guess if you guys have questions, I can answer them. Set one up? Well, shit, dude. I will. Thank you. I mean, I was not expecting anyone would actually want to take me up on that. Quick look at the scoreboard, by the way. I want to mention that Cutler is sitting at 29-16, and Secret Agent is at 13-20. So he was one of my players to watch. I'm not gonna lie, and not off to the hottest start. That's to say the least. Yeah, enjoy your smoke, my man. Yeah, both teams surely going to be talking about things right now. I can imagine. I've heard Valens is a very calm in-game leader, so he's probably like analyzing the data, like pulling up Excel and doing a bunch of calculations and shit like that to find out like we have a 5.22 win rate at B-bomb site when we get the first kill. I mean, like, dude's a fucking genius. Who knows what kind of approach he's going to take to this overtime. Or if he's just going to be like, why don't we just go B more often or not go B more often? I mean, really, for the last couple of rounds, Valor Uprise seriously had Savage's number over at B. It was like rock solid. Insky, go shoot. If I could get like an interview with Insky mid-game, just like ask him on Steam, like, well, you know, what is Valens calling at the moment? He'd be like, just go shoot. Rotate A. But I mean, I don't know. It's not all lost for Savage. Savage still put together like a healthy amount of T rounds themselves. Unintentionally spam him. Yeah, Jetty, I noticed that he went offline too. He was just done. Didn't want to have to deal with any of this anymore, but he's going to have to deal with something, and that's Valor Uprise, who are breathing down his neck. Nubage. Glad you heard my interesting banter. Double AWP setup in the works for Valor at the moment. And Arius, oh, he takes the fight straight to Semphis and wins it. That is a great start for Valor. And if that wasn't the sign that B is closed down, I don't know what the hell would be. 4 on 5 immediately right off the bat. Savage now stumbling. They're on the back foot here. they need to strike back with some sort of kill, and they're already getting off to an interesting start. This is Apartments control. We haven't seen that for so long, and maybe that's why. New, straight through the smoke, takes down Insky. The Arizona legend, no longer in this round. Hey, what's up, Cobra? Yeah, no, they've had some bad luck. I mean, again, look at what just happened to Insky. That's just rough. But, I mean, Savage are just going to go ahead and try to make the most of what they have going here. 3 on 5, I don't exactly fancy their chances, but there's no reason not to go for it. I mean, this is OT. You're going to have plenty of money. Valens, why isn't he scoped in? Unfortunately, he falls, and this is looking to be flawless for Valor Uprising at the time of contact. At the moment, Secret Agent just whips around looking for a Laxify. But no Laxify will be given to him until it's a bit too late. Secret Agent isn't quite ready for this mission. I almost wish that Secret Agent was having a worse game. That way I could say like 007. But 14-8-21 doesn't exactly sound as funny. I also think it's so admirable how this late in the game, Valor Uprising still have almost all their players on like 20 kills each. I mean, they're just one hell of a closely packed unit. It doesn't feel like any one person needs to pop off. It's just they're sticking together like glue, and it feels like those nades are sticking to Arius like glue as well. He's down to half HP. Oh, he's hurting. Savage want to try their luck over at mid yet again, and Stealthy, an aggressive position, gets punished, and luckily New is able to strike back for the time being. Plenty of utility to speak of. Semphis misses a shot, and that might be the nail in the coffin for Savage in this round here. Not only that, but they just drop players left, right, and center. And it's again up to Secret Agent. 1 on 4. A harder task than it was last time around. If he can somehow even get worse than that, he comes out on top of one tool. Not off to a bad start, but I can't really see him coming out on top of this one. Plenty of utility. That's not his problem, but it's really, he doesn't know where any of the positions of Valor Uprise are. If he wanted to, he could bring this over to B. Arius running out with a deagle. Might bring the fight straight to him, indeed. He will not. Arius slows down. Secret Agent gets a nice tap, but Cam is watching his back, swings around, and ends the deal before things get any worse for Valor. I feel like Secret Agent has just been the last one left alive in a lot of these scenarios. It's a bit rough to see because I feel like he thrives a lot more mid-round than late round. Overall, he's been having a quiet performance, the quietest in the server, in fact, 16 and 22. And a kill for Insky. I heard someone mention that whenever Insky has a creek, he's angry, and, well, he seems to be channeling his energy in some sort of positive way. The smoke bug comes through, but only thing it reveals is that there's no one there, and Secret Agent, he falls. He's failed his mission. Bomb will get retrieved, but we're right back to square one. Valor Uprise, although a 4 versus 4 technically doesn't favor the CTs, just because of how well they've locked out this B-bomb site, I still think it does favor them, especially since Cam has decided to take things a little more vertically this time around. Boosted on top of flower pots. Common angle will be checked, sure, but it's usually a one and done if nothing else, and at that point, you know, Arius can start getting in on some of the action as well. No rotates have come through. What is this, though? I haven't even noticed. Insky, he is stuck right under the nose of Valor Uprising. He's for sure going to be able to find Cam, but if he can find anyone else, that would be huge as well. Oh my god, he's not peeking wide enough. He doesn't spot. Okay, thank god he found Cam. Now that cracks open the bomb site. A very tall order for Arius, but he is no barista here. He only gets one. And now Savage have a decent shot at striking back at last on the T side of overtime here. Semphis needs to hit a shot, and he gets him. The elbow blown right off. Laxify, 1 on 3. A near impossible task. Comes on through. Laxify just playing with his food. Again, there's pretty much no reason not to go for this. I mean, it's overtime. You're going to have a ton of money. And it's the last round anyway. Why not just go for it? Maybe that's why. He'll fall at Sempis' hands. Sempis actually went up huge there. That second frag that he got basically kind of shut the door on that retake having any sort of, you know, potential. But with that, Savage will only piece together one round on their T side. Again, magic number is 19. 2 away for Valor, Uprising being able to close out this match. Savage are going to have to go flawless, excuse me. 2 OT? I mean, Noobage at this point. You might be right. It all begins on the CT side here. This is a must-win for Savage, and well, it would just be icing on the cake for Valor Uprising if they can win this first one. Because then, from there, it's just having to piece together one more. Early Molotov through. Doesn't end up spreading to New. I'm surprised. How did he not take any damage from that Molotov? I swear I saw him go through it. Anyway, Cam is trying to bring the fight right to Cutler, but Cutler, he doesn't care. I'm going to eat my hand. I mean, look, it's looking awfully satisfying right now. I'm not going to lie, man. 3 on 5. Oh, look at this. I love this from Minsky. What a sneaky bastard. He snuck through CT last time. How about he sneaks through Banana this time around? Fully blind. Stealthy can't afford to take a peek like that. He tries to go for seconds, but Insky will have none of it. He's making them watch their weight. Bomb is down. Oh, Insky, you can't keep doing it to them. Gets one through the smoke as well. He's hungry for more. This is Insky that I like to see, but that is not the Insky I like to see. Dead and on the floor. Stealthy is stuck in a 1-on-5. It's a 1-on-4 now, but again, a near impossible situation. He doesn't have the bomb in his hand, nor a lot of time to make something happen. Plus, he's given his position away just because of the scope. Plus, he's treading around like an elephant, and the elephant will get tranquilized. I said that word super weird. Tranquilized, not tranquilized. Tranquilized. And it's all even Stevens, 17-17. So Savage get off to a good start on the CT side. Now both teams are 2 away from calling it a done deal on Inferno and calling it a done deal for this match. Aggressive nade from Insky. Yes, indeed. Healthy chunk onto Laxify and New. Puts him within 1 shot again of those M4s. And that's actually really big too, because if they decide to take this over towards B early on, Valor Uprise are going to have a nasty surprise awaiting them. 3 CTs ready to snuff them out. The Secret Agent on top of Flower Pots. Oh, I like that. Whew. Oh, they decide to trade out players here. Valens wants a Flower Pot action as well. He wants to sniff the roses. Valor Uprise, I'm a bit worried for them. They seem to be giving off all the hints that they want to go. Okay, never mind. They want to go towards A. I was proven wrong. And that would be the perfect read on the scenario here. I think Secret Agent might want to start stepping over. Or are they seriously going to double back again? Oh, it feels like they're just playing with their own minds at this point here. They start coming up over towards Banana, and I think Savage just might have outlasted Valor Uprise. Valens is not fool, as Jenny says, and that's a statement I have to echo as well. Resmoke comes through, or a flash, excuse me. But here comes the fall. Valor Uprise, this might be what leads to their demise. Arias, he gets a nice consolation kill, but the push is happening over at B, and Valens is able to pick up 2 massively. Still, the other CTs haven't shown their head just yet. It's Insky left on the site over towards Double Origins as well, and he's unable to do anything. Oh no, this all went to the drain for Savage. Cam is just so massive in this round. He picks up a triple. He can make it 4 if he even wants to really rub salt in the wound for Savage at the moment. Cutler is running so much towards Banana as well. An Elephant, again, also tranquilized. I want to have another shot at saying that word after my interesting stumble. But I mean, just like that, I mean, Valor Uprise are looking to seal this map away. They're on the brink of it, that's for sure. Cutler with 32 kills leads the server, with Insky not far behind, 31. But even still, that wasn't quite enough for Savage. At the very minimum, they're going to have to win in double OT. Maybe Noob Age was correct all along that this is a double OT sort of game. Nice healthy nade though. Does a considerable amount of damage, but it's spread among multiple players. And one wholesome grenade. Okay, Valor Uprise. They boost a player up on top of the flower pot, and they do their best summon impression. That was something. That's a Molotov now that they don't have going into pits, so it doesn't matter too much. I mean, Semphis is elsewhere. As this push begins over towards Val, Cutler is actually massive! I expected him to go down immediately, excuse me, but the A site is closed. Stealthy, he's going to have to go massive again. He's made it into 1-on-3, but I mean, the thing is about Semphis is that he's playing this so slowly. He's playing this to perfection, exactly how you do want to play. He's not forcing this fight with Stealthy. He's making this as impossible of a clutch as he possibly can for Stealthy. Stealthy has been no slouch in this game, don't get me wrong, but maybe this is too tall. Oh my god, how are they not? Are you kidding me? Oh no, that's terrible! Oh my god, Semphis, how does he do that? We're going to double OT. Semphis has the moves like Jagger. He's been practicing his cardio with how much he's been dancing around like that. A double for Cutler and a double for Semphis. The two vets, again, they are showing up massively in this game. First, that, 2-on-4, I believe it was from them earlier on. Cutler, the 1-on-3. Seriously, Cutler has been incredible so far. And again, Insky is no slouch either. 31 for him. Had some pretty massive moments. And hell, even Valence, he closed down the B bomb site a bit earlier on. Everyone is stepping up, but it's the same story for Valor Uprise. That's what makes it such a lethal game. Next number now that we're looking for is 22. If we get evened up at 21-21, yeah, then we're going to triple OT, which at that case, I'm feeling sick just thinking about it. Ooh, Stealthy. That's an unfortunate way to start a round. 55 HP left. And I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. Now he can get one dinked by an M4, and Savage are at no lack of those. So that kind of hurts for Stealthy. A couple of body shots or one headshot is enough to take that op away from him. Cutler decides to stay away from balcony this time around, though. That massive double kill that he had when it was 18-17 maybe is something that won't happen again. Lightning only strikes once, right? Something like that. Banana control from Valor Uprising. They've made the top of Banana their home. Now they want to extend their property even further. Smoke towards CT. New, it looks like he's just trying to set up for a fake right now more than anything. But little do they know, this is going to be their final destination. Quick smoke through from Secret Agent. And are they actually choosing to double back on this one? It's a 4 versus 5. I completely neglected to mention Semphis found a kill with an AWP. Oh, Secret Agent has a tall order ahead of him. He unfortunately falls, and I don't know what he's doing. He's just caught out of position entirely, and oh my lord, Cam is just a nasty man on this B bomb site. Gets another one down. Stealthy, another one to his name as well. Cam is just single-handedly keeping Valor Uprising in this game, it feels like. 27 kills. Right angle versus left. Yeah, you're right. I keep on forgetting that advantage is so stupid. Cutler. No chance in this clutch. Makes Valor Uprise go up on 19, so I mean, they're inching ever closer to that finish line. Valor Uprising have seriously come alive in recent times. They are making this a very tough battle for Savage. 3 players dedicated over towards B. Secret Agent, Insky, and Valence. They want to toss a cocktail of Molotovs. And a Molotov cocktail. Down Banana. Make it theirs. Apartments control seized, and well, 2 members of Savage seized as well. They're completely out of it now. Valens is left all by his lonesome at the B site, and he's stepping up to the plate okay. He finds one, but it's too tall of an order to get any more. And I feel like I'm saying too tall of an order too many times, but I mean, It's kind of hard to say otherwise when that's basically all I'm seeing. Valor Uprise take the B-bomb site, make it theirs. Make that 20th round theirs as well, most likely. Retake begins. Cutler, caught off guard, isn't ready for Arius. Semphis looks to try to avenge his teammate and won't have even a single shot at it. Valor Uprise, they get to 20, now only 2 rounds away from squeaking away a win. But, I mean, this is a similar scenario to what we saw happen with Savage as well. I mean, they only got 1 round prior as well. Savage are struggling, to say the least. Maybe Semphis is going to go for one of those aggressive mid-ups, and yep, there it is. It seems to work out every single time he does it. He doesn't even need to peek down alt mid to have it bear some fruit. Because it's a sweet feeling nonetheless to take Stealthy out of the picture. He's been a pain in their side recently. But now the Opper is not in the picture anymore. Boosted up will be Cutler. Perches up in the balcony. Valor, I think, despite all their antics over towards A, do want to end things at B again. How can he blame them? There's been a lot of times now where Secret Agent has been caught out of position. But this is an exception to the rule, apparently. Cam, he's been a menace as well on the B site. He's out of it. That's a bomb carrier down as well, so rotates can start coming through if they want to. Insky, oh my lord, he's just bled so hard. And unfortunately, it's the same story for Secret Agent. And it's another bomb down. Valor Uprise just snatched the round right back in their favor. That aggressive smoke play, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I don't know why they keep going for it. And, I mean, really, this is just looking done and dusted for Valor Uprise at the moment. They're just getting all the kills they need. It's Cutler left, and he is dead. 21-18. Valor Uprising, they're so close to victory, they can practically taste it. I'm just really not a fan of what's been happening over at the B-bomb site from Savage. First, it was Secret Agent who was just playing, like, you know, just basically kissing the smoke. And I think Insky just did that last round. I'm not sure what the call was, but it just got so easily punished by Valor Uprising. Or Valor Uprise. I keep on calling them Uprise. I feel like Uprising would be a little bit of a better name, but Valor Uprise were just able to punish it. But, you know, that's a round I'm going to have to go back and see what exactly was going on, because they're the ones playing in ESEA Advanced, not me. I'm just a lowly caster. Double AWP in play from Valor Uprise. Arius, is he going to go for an aggressive peek? I don't think he has a spawn for it, so I'm guessing it's a no. But Stealthy, meanwhile, does. He's looking towards alt mid. He gives up on the angle quickly as the smoke dissipates, or smoke blooms behind him, I should say. The opposite of dissipating. Lots of alt mid control seized. Bunch of different camera angles for you there. Here comes the falls. This is going to have to be one hell of a push from Savage here, because it's do or die. And it's looking an awful lot like die at the moment. But maybe I spoke too soon. Insky finds the first one onto Stealthy. That's again the Opper out of the picture. Cam strikes right back though. Takes down Valens. 4-on-4. Retake still has plenty of time, or excuse me, this Execute still has plenty of time to really start making itself known. But they want to go in right here, right now. But it looks like it's going to be completely done and dusted in the end of things. It's going to have to be a crazy clutch from Semphis, one of the ages, a 1-on-2. But I don't favor him in this one here. Cam is in the picture and Arius, both players who have popped off for their teams immensely. If Semphis can divide his fights, maybe he can have a shot at this. Arius is going to be his first challenge, and he actually wins it. Oh my lord, Semphis, don't tell me you're going to do it to him. Cam, sitting right behind the smoke, chooses to go through. Face the beast by himself, and he will topple the beast. If Semphis has a 675-pound deadlift, he has a 700-pound one. Valor Uprise. They're going to go ahead and win that game. But my God, did they scrape through that one? What a massive performance by so many different players. Nubage, my favorite map to cast, I would have to say, is either Overpass or Inferno. Because I also have to do observing at the same time. Overpass isn't exactly the easiest for observing. Um, it's not too terrible, but I think Inferno is also really good for observing. But with that, I mean, not only was that Valor Uprising's or God, Valor Uprise's first game of the season, but they also managed to scrape by like a really scary team. Savage is like very impressive in a lot of ways. I mean, they're one of my favorites to make it really deep into the season. At the very least, playoffs is where I can see them going. But well, they've met a road bump pretty early on in the season. They still have plenty of chances, sure, don't get me wrong, but not off to the hottest start, I suppose you can say. I have to say, though, my player of the match has to be Cam. He put up a pretty fantastic performance. Nubage, thank you for coming in and just, I don't know, you're a great viewer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate having you in the Twitch. It was a lot of fun to cast. I am going to go ahead, call it. My name is Ito. If you guys have a Twitch Prime, don't be afraid to drop it. But otherwise, just have a good night. It was a lot of fun. And 29 viewers, I just checked. Wow, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, have a good night, evening, wherever you are. I'll see you later.